I don't know why. I see this title, I think Charlie bit my finger, and just imagine Idris Elba going, "Ouch, Charlie!" Even though his name's Charlie. What is up, Netflix fans, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am back with another Netflix review. Earlier on this weekend, I reviewed Love, Death, and Robots. I have 2 videos centered around that series, and I finally got finished with Turn Up Charlie. It is a fairly quick series, 8 episodes, but they are only 30 minutes apiece. We're not used to seeing that on Netflix, so it is a nice change of pace, a nice surprise, and I love Idris Elba. Love Idris Elba. He is one of my favorite actors in the biz. I want him to be Batman and James Bond and Green Lantern, and pretty much every fan casting you see, Idris Elba's name is always thrown out there because the guy is just so dynamic. We see him be funny in a show like The Office, and then we see him be super serious in the Thor franchise, and I can't wait to see him take on a Deadshot in the new Suicide Squad movie. But right now we're talking about his brand new Netflix series, Turn Up Charlie, and I need you guys to get in the comments section down below. Have you seen it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to take some time and watch this? I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it today, and let's get into it. So Charlie, a struggling DJ and eternal bachelor, is given a final chance at success when he reluctantly becomes a Manny to his famous best friend's problem child daughter. And I wanted a lot from this series. Didn't even look at the summary. All I did was I watched like 30 seconds of the trailer, turned it off, and said, you know what? I'm up for being surprised because whatever Idris Elba does, I have a feeling I'm going to at least like him in it, and we will start there. He's really good in this series. Now, he takes a step back from what he's usually doing, or at least doing in movies. Right now, he's either super serious or the B-A guy, like what we see in Hobbs and Shaw coming up later this year. He takes a step back, allows himself to be a bit wacky. It is a fun series. It's a series that explores different characteristics of people, where you are in your life. When you want something, you can't quite get there. When you want to appease people and show them your success, but you're not quite there yet. And when you used to be something, but life has kind of gotten in the way and you're not at the level that you were once at. That is basically Charlie's character in this show. He was an awesome DJ, and now he's just an average DJ, and he can't get gigs, he can't get a job, and there is this family with this daughter, and I'll get into her in just a second, who hires Charlie to be the Manny, but at the same time, Charlie wants to get back in the DJing business, and because that's what Sarah's career focuses on, he figures he can get in, take care of the daughter, and then, of course, become a famous DJ once again. That's the premise, and that's where we really start in this series. And I really liked Idris Elba's character, Charlie. And because of him, I want to see more of this show. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I didn't love season 1. I wanted to like it a lot more. I thought it felt kind of flat, and it leaned too much into genre tropes, which is fine because there are so many television shows now. It's hard not to lean into that. The problem is with Turn Up Charlie is that there are so many different genres in this one particular show, it never seems to narrow down and find its focus. It's not bad. It is semi-endearing, and I love the relationships, and you really build up how they feel about each other. You do see those relationships grow, and you feel why they want to accomplish and do certain things with their life. There's just nothing that stands out about this show. Idris Elba is great, but we've seen him be great before. The soundtrack is good. It's a story about a DJ. Of course it's going to be good. And there are some nice moments. I liked Charlie's relationship with Gabby, but Gabby started out in the first 2 episodes especially as just this horrible little girl who was mean to people, and I did not like her personality. Not necessarily her performance. I think the young actress is fine. Just what she was given, I'm like, all right, somebody needs to ship that girl off to boarding school or something, and that is the point of her character. But it felt like that when she switched from one thing to another, and that's something that could come off as a bit jarring for the audience. And then I look at this plot in general and just where it goes. You have a character so interesting in Charlie. You look at what he did in his past, what he wants to do with his future. You could have made a show based off of that. We never got to feel how he became this great DJ at one point in time. I knew he was a DJ, and I know now that he's not as good of a DJ, but that's about it. And we never explore that. We just focus on the family thing and the relationship between he and this young girl. And how many times have we seen that? There are only so many times you can play out that storyline and make it interesting, and this, for me, was a show that just didn't do anything different. It's by the numbers, it's cliche, it tries to be heartfelt and super family friendly at some points, and then at other points it gets grotesque and there's a lot of cussing, which isn't going to bother everyone. I think some audience members are okay with both of those things. I'm fine with both of them, but if you have someone looking for a family friendly show, what is Turn Up Charlie? And they start watching it, and then they start seeing the cursing and the nudity, and they turn it off. Then you see Idris Elba and you're like, oh, this could be a really cool show about what it means to be a DJ and what it means to get your career back on track, and it semi-hits on that, but then the little girl comes in and, oh, he's just a Manny. Maybe it was the fact that I was caught off guard with that storyline. I saw the poster and a tad bit of the trailer. I didn't know the story was going down this route and this little girl was going to be a main character, and at times the story focuses way more on her than it does Charlie, and that didn't work for me. I think if they come back with a season 2, focus more on Charlie, because you have Idris Elba as the lead character. Idris Elba, he's pretty good. And build up his career as a DJ, because I found that storyline and where that went interesting. This entire thing where he's the Manny and he has to build up this relationship between the daughter and her father and her mother. I found that okay, but at times it just fell flat and it leaned into too many tropes. Once again, it is not a horrible show, and my score should not reflect the fact that you guys are going to skip it just because I say it's not the best thing ever. I felt it was a lukewarm show with okay characters and okay moments. Idris Elba, who is awesome, but it is very short, only 8 episodes, about 4 hours total runtime. And it does get better as it goes along. The first 2 episodes for me, I really was not digging it, but you start to get into the relationship and the little girl does grow on you, but by that point, it's just too late. And because of all of those things, I'm going to give Good Luck Charlie a 50%. You know, it's just one of those shows I think is okay, but I want to give an asterisk and say it could get better. And honestly, I'm looking forward to season 2 because once again, Idris Elba, you're the man. Just because I feel like something is a bit by the numbers does not mean you guys have to. Let me know what you think of Turn Up. I keep wanting to say Good Luck Charlie like the Disney Channel show. I may have already said that in this review, and because of that, I apologize. But let me know in the comments, did you guys like it, not like it? What was your favorite Netflix piece of content that dropped this weekend? Next weekend, we have another movie, another show, of course, Us, and possibly Shazam on Saturday. It's going to be a huge week in the world of movies and TV shows, and I cannot wait for all of it. Tomorrow, I'm reviewing the movie Apollo 11, the brand new documentary. I can't wait to talk about that. You guys are the absolute best, and if you want some t-shirts, you can get the description down below and check those out. I have my first listing, but there are many more to come. I will catch you guys tomorrow.